These are Daniel's aquatic frogs. This is the girl eating.
Her name is Scales.
Let's see if we can find the male. And that's the male named M&M. Here it is. The eggs they laid this morning, last night, the ones I could get out of the tank. We got them in a bowl. That's M&M. There in the front, and that's
yeah, M&M's the darker one.
They're grabbing fish flakes.
Yeah. Normally there's.
Yeah, we got both of them in the fish.
Where can I catch?
This is 32 hours later, and the eggs have changed. Now they are little elongated masses of cells. They're supposed to hatch in probably in a few hours, and also will hang for 6 days without eating. They're supposed to hang. Look at that. When they come out, then they're supposed to hang for 6 days. They're supposed to just hang. There's some plant. Look at that. How they're jumping around there. They're twitching, and the frogs laid more eggs last night. So we're gonna have to separate the little buggers because that's enough, huh? Top and then leave some eggs. Some of them have hatched, and the others are they're still in their gelatin. I don't know if they're dead or if they're gonna hatch out too. And then they just hang for a few days and do nothing much, and then you have to start feeding them. Now we have about, there's like 11 or 12. But they're not doing much. Every so often they swim. There's some hanging right there. I can't get any closer, I think, than that. There we go. Here's what we're keeping them in, just a bowl with a little heat lamp nearby. And I have to go get some pond water and make sure there's nothing big in it. Or you can feed them paramecium. Put some hay and water, and then you wait for a few days till the one-celled animals hatch out. But I think they're big enough to eat tiny pond creatures. Now we have tadpoles that are actively moving around. That's not too close. And they're feeding, I think they're feeding on little things. They make lunges every so often towards something. Their mouths face upward. Okay, here's the tadpoles, and they're starting to cruise along the top, which is all they do. They cruise right below the surface or above the top. And if anything that's edible, that's small enough for them to eat, comes within range, they suck in the water real fast. But they can't really chase anything, so it has to come right in front of their mouth. So we've been putting in pond minuscule creatures, and also we got some paramecium in a culture started, but they're not ready yet. Maybe in 8 hours, then we can put those in. I'm not sure if they can see the one-celled animals or if they need a little bigger one, but we'll put both things in. Ooh, look at them going. There's about 40 of them that we can see. Just about 20 of them. This is about a week, 2 weeks later. And I finally figured out how to feed them. We got a second hatching from a second batch. The first 40 we lost 28, maybe 27. But now we're feeding them brine shrimp. We're hatching out twice a day, well, once a day, and then using it 2 times, which is a big nuisance, but it has to be done. We're giving them brine shrimp, and the big ones are getting pretty big. Actually, you can't see it here, but their heads are beginning to look frog-like. And the little ones from the second hatching are actually kind of catching up to the big ones, because the big ones were trying to eat paramecium cultures and pond water, and there just wasn't enough in there. I think that's why they were dying. But the second batch, they're in here with the big guys. They're doing well. And you see the there's not a brine shrimp, but they're very tiny. And there's some in the tadpoles. Let's see if we can catch the tadpoles eating. Here's a better view of them now. There you see all the brine shrimp. And they just open their mouths, and the one has to go right in front of their nose for them to suck it in. See any of them? If a brine shrimp goes right in front of their nose, they open their mouth and they just suck in the water with the shrimp. Yeah, we're getting a good view of them. You learn to look for them on the bottom too. You can see the bigger guys. After 30 days, they should be getting their back legs. So they should be about maybe 2 weeks or so, a week and a half. And they're living in this glass cake pan with a heat lamp over it, and that's all they have. I think you can see them catching these little brine shrimp. There's one that's looking frog-like there. That guy right there, he's getting the shape. Looking like a frog. There's a snail in there too that's growing big. And then we syringe out all the debris at the bottom. I do once a day and put in some water. It's been standing. Look at them sucking that in. It was just like a Nova video. It's David Attenborough's Life of Dwarf African Frogs. Getting a good view of them eating. And this, we read on the internet, it's very hard to raise them, but I'm having a lot of luck once I start feeding the brine shrimp. I thought the brine shrimp were going to be bigger, a bigger type creature hatching out, but they're like dust. And these guys are really growing. So, look at that guy there. I'll show you the setup too that they're in. Setup, they're in just a glass cake pan with a heat lamp above it. It's just got an ordinary light bulb, 40-watt bulb. And we're doing all right so far. Hatching setup. It's a glass pitcher with a thermometer, a heater at 80 degrees, and an aeration system, and showing the eggs. Here's the eggs. They look like dust. They're very tiny. And we put in like half of a tiny baby spoonful into there. Can you unplug it?
Yeah.
Then after 24 hours,
Which one is it?
bottom one. After 24 hours, the eggs hatch. Now it's been almost 24 hours or so. I'm getting a shot of the eggs. I can see them. They're there, floating around. The aeration makes them float around. This is in salt water with aquarium salt. They start out in fresh water and then they go to aquarium salt. And they have to be kept at 80 degrees. You have to do this every day. Then we get the syringe. Show the syringe.
Oh, this thing?
There's a big syringe. And we shut out, we take everything off when they've hatched. We take the syringe and here, show them how you pull it out.
Wow.
We put it in there and we
Do what?
pull them up. No, up in here first.
Oh.
Wait, we don't put it in though. Just, you take them out. We're not going to do it now because they're not hatched yet. And then we put them through a handkerchief. You squirt the water through the handkerchief and the little shrimp get caught in the handkerchief and they look like red dust. Then we have to get some fresh water and we have to,
Hey, what the heck?
then we have to put fresh water over the top of them in there and squirt them with that to rinse off the salt water. And then we have a little bit of shrimp and we take them over to the tadpoles and put them in. And last night, well, yesterday morning at about 7 o'clock, so it's been almost 13 hours and they should be hatching out pretty soon. And that's how we hatch out the brine shrimp. Look, Mom, we're getting legs.
I bet you can wait see the lights. Yeah, no, it's not a bugs at all.
There's 29 froglets. They're almost all frogs now. Here we are all, oops, all grown up.
Mm, 29 babies.
And they're eating black worms. See them eating them. Let's see. Three of them now, they're looking because I think that I'm going to be feeding them something. Where are you? You come up, yep, they're looking for food. I put my finger there. Yum yum, oh, give me something to eat. Oh, all right, yeah. Oh, cow, come on. Go, ouch. Another worm, whoop, I dropped it. You guys are greedy things. Shove it in your mouth, yeah. Zebo. Try to give him a worm. He's a worm I keep dropping because it's so slippery, but come on, Zebo. It's right there. They smell it. Okay, oh, well, all right. You missed it. You were too slow. Yoder got it. That's Yoder and Zebo. And Gopi is over here somewhere. Here's a new frog tank where the frogs are supposed to go. With the cat sleeping in it.